mighty old river, must you keep rolling, flowing into the night. People so busy, make me feel dizzy, taxi lights shine so bright. But I don't need no friend, as long as I gaze on Waterloo Sunset, I am in paradise. Every day I look at the world from my window. Chilly, chilly is the evening time. Waterloo Sunset's fine. Waterloo Sunset's Waterloo Station every Friday night. But I am so lazy, don't want to wander, I stay at home at night. But I don't feel afraid, as long as I gaze on Waterloo Sunset, I am in paradise. Every day I look at the world from my window. Chilly, chilly is the evening time. Waterloo Sunset's fine. Waterloo Sunset's fine. Millions of people swarming like flies round Waterloo Underground. But Terry and Julie cross over the river where they feel safe and sound. And they don't need no friends, as long as they gaze on Waterloo Sunset, they are in paradise.
The original recording was very simple. I mean, I knew what I wanted straight away. It was called Liverpool Sunset for about 5 minutes. But Waterloo, because I'm from London and I've got a few memories of Waterloo by the river, I went in with the band. We did the drums, bass and acoustic guitar in one session. Went in the following week with my brother because we were touring a lot. Following week, put on his guitar part. It's one of the most structured guitar parts my brother Dave has done on a record. Really great arrangement. And then the following week, we had an hour and a half off. We went in, did the backing vocals, and they sounded brilliant. Then next morning I did my vocal. It's all very simple. I remember I didn't use headphones. I had a speaker playback in the studio, and it worked really well. It affected the way my vocal sounded. I'm very, very proud of the Kinks.
Friday evenings, people get together, hiding from the weather. Tea and toast about the current fun can't compensate the lack of sun, 'cause the summers are gone. La 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 la. Oh, the poor romantic back. Yes, yes. Saturday, roast beef on Sunday. Alright, I go to Blackpool for my holiday, sit in the open sunlight. This is my street, and I'm never gonna leave it, and I'm always gonna stay here if I live to be 99, 'cause all the people I meet seem to come from my street, and I can't get away because it's calling me. Come on home. Here it calling me. Come on home. La 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 la. Oh, my autumn almanac. Yes, 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 it's my autumn almanac. La 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 la. Oh, my autumn almanac. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, ba 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 ba. Oh, ba 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 ba. Oh, ba 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 ba. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
When you're sitting down making a song, working on it, or maybe just walking around doing the same thing, because this can often happen too, are you trying to do anything other than enlarge your bank balance?
My makeup is dry and it cracks from my chin. I'm drowning my sorrows in whiskey and gin. The line tamer's whip doesn't crack anymore. The lions, they won't bite and the tigers won't roar. So let's go and drink to the death of a clown. Won't someone help me to break up this ground? Let's all drink to the death of a clown. Let's all drink to the death of a clown. The old fortune teller lies dead on the floor. Nobody needs fortunes told anymore. The trainer of insects is crouched on his knees and frantically looking for runaway fleas. Let's all drink to the death of a clown. So won't someone help me to break up this ground? Let's all drink to the death of a clown. Let's all drink to the death of a clown. I think, like, music is an emotion that like Ray can write a song about anything, or I can't. It's got to be an emotion first.
for the time being, I'm very busy trying to keep going, because I started off writing because we didn't have any material. Now I've found that I've got a way to put things over, put ideas over to people. And it's very interesting now, and I don't want to stop.
You're very disciplined about your writing, or do you wait for an idea to drop out of the sky?
Well, something I learned when I was trying to be a painter. You can't wait for inspiration. It's 99% hard work. And it is. But not hard work sitting down from 8 o'clock in the morning till 12 at night, just writing anything. You've got to think hard work is walking around talking to people, wanting to find out, wanting to know. And it's quite hard, and getting through to people.
Hey everybody, welcome to part 5 of my Kinks album deep dive series. Today I'm talking about their 5th studio album, Something Else by the Kinks. This was recorded between January and July of 1967. It was released in the UK on September 15th, 1967, but would not be released in the US until January of 1968. Now, Shel Talmy was no longer in the producer's chair. Ray Davies had taken over production duties, and they were moving farther and farther away from their harder rocking sound that they were known for in their early years. You've got a mix of Baroque pop, chamber pop, bossa nova, lounge music. There is some garage rock on here, but stylistically, it is all over the map, and it makes for a very rewarding listen. This is probably my favorite of the first 5 Kinks album, just because I love the diversity. As far as singles went, 1967 was a very quiet year for the Kinks. They only released 2, Waterloo Sunset and Autumn Almanac. Dave Davies released 2 solo singles, Death of a Clown in the summer of 1967, and then Suzanne Is Still Alive in the fall of 1967. The Kinks continued to tour, although not in America, obviously, and so they weren't soaking up a lot of those influences. So what you have here, like Face to Face, is a very English-sounding album, and I love the fact that each song on this record tells a story, in many cases a tragic story, not a very uplifting story, but still, nonetheless, like Face to Face, these are very much character studies, observations Ray made in the course of writing material for this record. So it really stands up against every other record that was released in 1967. And I love the fact that it still has that anything goes aesthetic, like you saw with a lot of records released that year. They weren't afraid to experiment. They weren't afraid to try new sounds, new styles. And it's really a record that only could have been released in the mid-60s. All right, so let's get into the songs on Something Else by the Kinks. The album starts off with David Watts, and it's got a galloping piano rhythm to it. I'm surprised this wasn't a single. At least I don't think it was ever released as a single, at least not in 1967. The lyrics are talking about somebody who is presumably in school, that overachiever, the person that everybody looks up to, that everybody is envious of, everybody wants to be. And David Watts, I don't know that that's actually a real character. I think it's just a fictional name, but it's a good way to kick off the album.
Nice and smooth.
Champagne, and I have never met the Queen, and I wish I could have all he has got, and I wish I could be like David Watts.
The next track is Dave Davies' solo, and I don't know how solo it is. I haven't looked up the credits for this particular song to see if the Kinks actually play on it, but it's a really strong, one of the strongest songs that Dave ever wrote. I love it, and I love that wordless falsetto that bridges the verses and the chorus. I think that is simply amazing. A great song from Dave, and I understand why it was a single. One of my favorite tracks on the album. And it's a song about growing tired of fame, growing tired of the rat race, touring and recording and TV and press and interviews, and also the partying lifestyle that Dave was doing a lot of in the mid-60s, being the bachelor that he was, although at this point, Dave was ready to settle down and get married. The next song is Two Sisters. Ray has admitted that this song is about he and Dave. Ray is Priscilla and Dave is Sibylla. So it's really a commentary on their relationship. It's not the first time that Ray has addressed the fact he was kind of jealous of Dave, his partying lifestyle, and just the freedom that he had. It's a bit of Baroque pop. And I love the way that Ray sings the word sister. He does it very tenderly. You can tell that there's definitely some intimacy behind these lyrics. But I'm a sucker for a harpsichord, so of course I love this track.
Sibylla looked into her mirror. Priscilla looked into the washing machine and the drudgery of being wed. She was so jealous of her sister and her liberty and her smart young friends. She was so jealous of her sister. Sibylla looked into the wardrobe. Priscilla looked into the frying pan and the bacon and eggs and the breakfast to serve. She was so jealous of her sister and her way of life and her luxury flat. She was so jealous of her sister. She'd throw away her dirty dishes just to be free again. Her woman's weekly magazines just to be free again. And put the children in the nursery just to be free again. Priscilla saw her little children and then decided she was better off than the wayward lass that her sister had been. No longer jealous of her sister, so she ran round the house with her curlers on. No longer jealous of her sister.
Fourth song is a bit of bossa nova. I'm a sucker for bossa nova too. Ray laying down some very seductive guitar. Just a gentle, breezy, laid-back acoustic song.
If I could see just how lonely my life would be if you passed me by and said farewell, and there is no
This song is Harry Rag. Harry Rag being a euphemism for a cigarette. A very British, kind of a sing-along, like a song you could hear people singing in a pub. Kind of has an oompa tempo to it. This is kind of like the Kinks' Bungalow Bill, I guess. It's a fun sing-along number, and I get the sense they had a lot of fun recording this one.
Tom is young and Tom is a night or a boat, but whenever he gets in a bit of a jam, there's nothing he won't do to get a Harry Rag. Harry Rag, Harry Rag, do anything just to get a Harry Rag. Then he curses himself for the life he's led, and rolls himself a Harry Rag and puts himself to bed. Ah, Tom's old ma is a dying lass. Soon they all reckon she'll be pushing up the grass, and the bones might take and the skin might sag, but still she's got the strength to have a Harry Rag. Harry Rag, Harry Rag, do anything just to get a Harry Rag. Then she curses herself for the life she's led, and rolls herself a Harry Rag and puts herself to bed. Ah, bless your taxman, bless your all. You may take some, but you'll never take it all. But if I give it all, I won't feel sad, as long as I have got enough to buy a Harry Rag. Harry Rag, Harry Rag, do anything just to get a Harry Rag. Then I curse myself for the life I've led, and roll myself a Harry Rag and put myself to bed. Ah, the smart young ladies of the land can't relax without a Harry in their hand. Then they light one up and they boast and brag, so content because they got a Harry Rag. Harry Rag, Harry Rag, do anything just to get a Harry Rag. Then they light one up and they boast and brag, so content because they got a Harry Rag. Hey! Harry Rag, Harry Rag, I'll do anything just to get a Harry Rag. And I curse myself for the life I've led, and roll myself a Harry Rag and put myself to bed.
Then we have Tin Soldier Man. If I had to pick a song that was probably my least favorite, it would be this one. Not that it's a bad song. It's Ray singing about conformity among British businessmen, I guess, how they all act alike, dress alike, look alike, talk alike. And I don't want to call this a novelty song, but there's definitely kind of a loose, whimsical feel about this one.
Just a quiet city sport, with a wife and little kids to support. So immaculately dressed when he walks, like a soldier on parade. He's a tin soldier man, living in a little tin wonderland. Very happy little tin soldier man, when you set him on your knee.
And then the side closes out with Situation Vacant. This is a song about a guy. His mother-in-law is nagging him that the job he has isn't good enough for her daughter. He needs to get a better job, presumably so he can give her the lifestyle that she has become accustomed to. So he starts looking in the want ads, quits his job, but then everything falls apart. Loses his new job, and now he's got nothing. It's definitely the heaviest song on side one, and it's more reminiscent of the classic Kinks. Good song, great melody. I love the way that Ray sings it almost mockingly, I guess. It's definitely a cautionary tale.
Susie and Johnny were happy, earned enough to pay the rent. But Johnny's mother-in-law had too much ambition, and this made Johnny very upset. So to keep his little mama satisfied, he went and bought the weekly classified. All for peace and quiet's sake, Johnny gave up his position just to please his mother-in-law. And so he left the job where he'd been all his life. He left and turned his back on the door. boys Susie and Johnny had to skimp and scrape just to help to pay the weekly rent. So to keep his little mama satisfied, he went and bought the weekly classified. All for peace and quiet's sake. Johnny's got no money, got nowhere to go. Johnny's in a great big room. Susie's separated, living with her mom. Little mama satisfied.
Side 2 opens with Dave's Love Me Till the Sun Shines, telling his woman, basically, you can do anything to me. I will suffer any indignity that you lay on me as long as you basically put out, I guess, is the lyrical theme of this one. It's a good hard rock, like you'd expect from Dave.
You don't have to look at me, you don't have to smile at me, you just have to love me till the sunshine. You don't have to cook for me, you don't have to laugh with me, you just have to love me till the sunshine. Take my money, I don't mind, you can't leave such a helpless kind, you just have to love me till the sunshine.
A very logical choice to open up side 2. Then we have the only real piece of psychedelia on the album, Lazy Old Sun. Very trippy. It's the Kinks kind of dipping their toe into the style of music, that like trippy psychedelic acid rock. You got some backwards tape loops or something going on here. Very surreal song.
Lazy old sun. Why don't you not to summertime, hiding away behind all those misty thunder clouds? I don't mind spend my time looking for you. For you are my one reality when I'm dead and gone. Your light will shine eternally, sunny ray. Shine my way, kiss me with one ray of light from your lazy old sun. You make the rainbows and you make the night disappear. You melt the frost so I won't criticize my son. When I was young, my world was 3'7" tall. When you were young, there was no world at all. Sunny ray, shine my way. Kiss me with one ray of light from your lazy old sun. Lazy old sun. Lazy old sun. Lazy old sun.
Third track is Afternoon Tea. I love Afternoon Tea. It's got such a different mood, and it's definitely the background ooze. They remind me so much of The Who. The Who was doing these same background vocals as you have on this song, but it's a beautiful, gorgeous song because of those harmonies. It's almost got a jazzy rhythm to it. I really love Afternoon Tea.
Tea time won't be the same without Madonna. At night I lie awake and dream Madonna. I think about that small cafe. That's where we used to meet each day. And then we used to sit a while, drink our afternoon tea. I'll take afternoon tea. Afternoon tea. If you take it with me. Afternoon tea. You take as long as you like. 'Cause I like you good. I take sugar with tea. Afternoon tea. You take milk if you please. Afternoon tea. Like you talking to me, because you ease my mind. Ba 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 ba. Afternoon tea. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Tea time still ain't the same without Madonna. At night I lie awake and dream Madonna. I went to our cafe one day. They said that Donna walked away. You think at least she might have stayed to drink her afternoon tea. I'll take afternoon tea. Afternoon tea. If you take it with me. Afternoon tea. You take as long as you like. Because I like you good. I take afternoon tea. Afternoon tea. Every day of the week. Afternoon tea. Please come along if you like. Because I like you good. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba.
Of all the songs on this album, Funny Face is probably the one that reminds me the most of The Who during the same period. I think it's hard to say who is influencing who. No pun intended. Okay, maybe pun intended. Were the Kinks influencing The Who? I'd like to think that was the case. But it's a story about a woman who comes down with a terminal illness and her looks suffer as a result. But it is so Who-like. It's almost a mini rock opera. I love this one as well. Again, with those harmonies, those falsetto harmonies that I absolutely love. And this one's got a number of different sections in it which all flow together seamlessly. I love Funny Face.
You're walking around in my memory. My love is growing stronger and stronger. Jump the star and fish shapes high. Everything you want from what we like. What can I do about it? They say you won't last any longer. All it takes is love to one walk through. The only gate you see a color through. I see you.
end of the season, Ray had been listening to a lot of Frank Sinatra during this period, and you can definitely tell this is a little bit of lounge, smooth, easy listening, I guess. And Ray does have a good voice for crooning. I'm not sure that it was something he should have stuck with, but I think it works for this song.
I get no kicks walking down Savile Row. There's no more chicks left where the green grass grows, and I know that winter is here, end of the season. My reason's gone, close of play.
And then the last track on the album is the gorgeous masterpiece Waterloo Sunset. There are people who are calling this the greatest British single of the 1960s, if not of all time. I'm not sure I would go that far. I think there's a lot of hyperbole there. It's a great song to be sure. One of the Kinks, one of Ray's best compositions. But I don't know that it's the best thing ever to come out of Britain in the 1960s. One of those enduring classics. Okay, so that is my take on Something Else by the Kinks. Let me know, where does it fall for you in their discography? Do you agree with my assessment of the tracks? And are you looking forward to the next one? Let's get into some Village Green Preservation Society. Hope you're doing great and take care.
Pay that man his money.